BlackBusters.
What's cracking, family? Welcome back to another episode of BlackBusters, the best movie review podcast in the world.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig.
I'm your host, Big Ja, along with my co-host.
I'm going to be Miami Tone.
Miami Tone.
Be Miami Tone.
Miami Tone.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like it.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And we are here with our special guest, the big homie. And I'm going to say this, which is crazy. You made a statement before you went on the air, and I'm going to respond to that. But I also got a couple questions for you. We are here with Slink Johnson.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Mr. LA, man. And believe it or not, I remember when I wasn't shooting, I wasn't being as creative as I should have been. I was doing stand-up comedy, but I remember on YouTube watching Check Your Nuts, my nigga. And that was a series you were doing. How long ago was that? I'm talking about, was that 2011, 10?
Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
2010, 2011.
Yeah, so mind you, I didn't really start getting cracking with my content until 2017.
Yeah.
But I've always been shooting sketches here and there, but not consistent, you know, and I didn't have the team around me, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have the drive yet, you know, because without a team, it's hard to do it by yourself.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
that.
So we were just talking about that. Bro, I love what I do. And I consider my type of comedy hood good comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's usually West Coast themed, West Coast based, because I'm from LA, I'm from out here. And so most of the stuff that I find funny when it comes to hood good comedy is usually like LA, West Coast, Southern California type stuff that we all go through. I remember before I was doing sketches, but not consistently. You know what I'm saying? But I remember watching this. I watched this clip. And this dude that's like 6'6", 6'7", hopping off the porch and getting active on somebody, banging, pressing somebody's line. And it was a little kid. All we see this big ass nigga, hey nigga, what? What nigga, you know where you at? I forgot what the dollar.
That was gangster rap. That was gangster rap. Well, Murder Mike, he had a curl.
You, Murder Mike, yes.
Yeah.
And there's a little boy?
Yeah.
Yes. Is that a show?
That was a movie. That was a movie. That was 05. That was gangster rap, the gangster rap, the Glockumentary.
Okay, see, I didn't even know where it was from. I just saw this, and I said, "This nigga's hilarious." But if anybody that watches my type of comedy and kind of the style I do, it's very hood, very, you know what I'm saying, urban or whatever, gritty, whatever. That's what I like. But I watched that clip, nigga, and I said, that's hilarious. I wasn't expecting a little kid to be on the other side of the beef, nigga. So I haven't even seen that full movie. I gotta find a way to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit I'm into, and that shit made me. I seen that before I met you.
Yeah.
So I promise you, bro. When I met you, I was like, oh, this that nigga.
That's how I feel right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
yeah.
I've been a fan of yours 20 plus fucking years.
Thank
you know what I mean? Like even like the early YouTube Black Jesus skits, the ones when it was associated with the Boondocks, like had me fucking crying. I'm a weekend gamer, so the voice of Lamar in Grand Theft Auto.
Right on,
you know what I mean? Like so all the like the stuff that I like, you just kind of show up in it every now and then. And it's just, and you have that distinct voice. So it's just like, like it's interesting because like you're known for what you do and you're known for what you do. And you guys both like exist in the same solar system, right? Doing different things, being a part of different things. But for me, it's just kind of like, when I'm around like people like you, I just feel like just don't be full of shit. You know what I mean? Because they real. So it's just like let me just try to be as real as these guys are with their creativity and how they present themselves.
Right.
So
nah, man.
So watch me fuck it up.
And then no, you're not. You good. You never do, bro. The Check Your Nuts stuff, man. I'm not even sure how many episodes you've done with that, but that's hilarious. And you unique, bruh. You know this already. Niggas know when they nice with it, and you know you different. But like your wordplay, man, your delivery, and you're so serious, and you one of the few guys that understand that funny don't always mean silly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're silly in your approach. You can say some silly shit with a straight face and with a stern and with a mean mug. And that's way more effective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You play into your height, you play into your size, you play into where you from. and you don't change. You ain't changed for nobody.
I think for us, Ja, it's a certain cultural humor that cats like you and I have tapped into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A way that we can take some of these unsavory elements of our culture,
right,
and make them funny. You know what I mean? And make them absurd. And I like the fact that so many people now are receptive to it, where they can, you know, view it as comedy, view the absurdity as comedy, and not be like, oh, they not being real. No, we being more real with this, you know, with the type of shit we doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I want to salute and applaud you, because like I was saying off camera, I see what you're doing.
Man.
I see your progression. And bro, look here, man. Keep going, bro, because you definitely gonna be one of them ones, you know.
I appreciate it.
In the business, you know, moving up, you know, creating opportunities for everybody, man. And I appreciate that, man. Let's keep
Thank
going.
You, bro. All day, man. I appreciate it. And like I said, we haven't worked in a major way yet. We've done some stuff in the past, but in a major way yet. But I promise you, bro, I got you in mind.
I think it's gonna be big. I think I think we ain't, you know, again, this. When it happens, because people always ask me, man, you did that with Big John yet? I'm sure they ask you.
Yeah. And I promise you, yes, bro. Yeah, bro.
So it's gonna be big.
That's how I feel. Like I'm an '80s baby, right? So I grew up watching wrestling, and I remember like when Hulk Hogan and Macho Man like was first together on the same team, and I was like, oh shit! Right? To me, that's like, I know that's a weird example.
No,
we get it.
I get it 100%.
Because you guys are both. You guys both do similar different things, and you just alluded to, you guys both like have the same view and perspective on things, and just everything that you guys kind of talked about, it's a unique understanding of comedy, and so it's just kind of like, oh shit, like they together on the same vid, like I imagine the type of characters, I imagine the characters that you guys could embody and how y'all would play off each other. Man, that's just combustive.
Nah,
it's gonna be live.
It's gonna be live, bro. And
I gotta work on my shit.
I don't think people understand. Well, people who paying attention to dialogue understand how intelligent you are, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, the thing in the wordplay you be saying, like, this nigga is like the to say the things you're saying in the most aggressive, treacherous way, but the words are so dynamic, and so niggas gotta look in the dictionary. What the fuck is what the hell?
Hey, but you know what too, Ja? That also is that also says a lot about, you know, our intelligence. Because again, I'll say ours because you make that kind of stuff, and for you to get it and y'all to get it and enjoy it, that just go to show you that, you know, all brothers in the street, we ain't just necessarily Neanderthals. Right. All brothers in the street that's, you know, probably live some adverse lives, I'll say, don't necessarily mean they not book smart or don't know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? So again, a lifestyle is just that, a lifestyle. It has nothing to do with a person's ability or intellect.
Or the ability to learn or to grasp knowledge, nigga.
Absolutely.
You're right. I love that about your comedy, and that's the part that people don't, that sets you apart. And people that can't really, you know, so there's a lot of niggas out there biting, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But it's hard to mimic that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, because it's real.
When we talk about biting, I just want to say something. Man, shout out to everybody, all the content creators, but I'm tired of y'all niggas remaking movie scenes. They made the movie already. Make you another movie. Make a whole nother movie. You do 1, 2 is funny, that's cool. Don't make a career out of remaking movie scenes.
Don't be a cover artist.
Don't be a cover artist. Don't be a skit cover artist.
You just posted that recently.
I probably did.
Yeah, I feel like either I'm having like a deja vu moment, you know what I mean? But I felt like you delivered that same message either on YouTube.
I think I did,
or Instagram.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so dope. That's what I love about doing this podcast is that, like, we love movies, and then we get content creators who love creating, and we just kind of like take a couple of laps around and what do you think and what do you say? And, you know, like, people have very creative ideas. Ice Cube, to me, is cut from the same cloth.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know,
sure.
he had momentum and platform. And so he definitely had tailwinds to help propel him forward. But like, when we get to this particular movie, to me, this is like him coming into his own, right? Like, you know, this movie is different than the other ones, but I don't want to get ahead of us.
Yes. But let's get
but I thought like you, Slink, Cube, as far as the content creation, the story, the characters are all very similar.
Yeah.
They come from like the same,
cloth,
cinematic, world. So that's a direct line that I draw.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. Niggas been, come on, Q. Come on, man. Somebody that said my name in your office. Somebody that said your name in your office. Yeah. Come on, man. Come get us, Q. We ready, baby.
We ready for sure. It's gonna happen.
We ready,
it's gonna happen, man.
Y'all need to be in Last Friday. Because I think I'm hearing Last Friday is in development, that they're writing it. God, man, like I hope this gets around. Yeah. This would be the same way the movie kind of put on Chris Tucker. There's been a lot of really quality content creators that have come out and made their name, and I don't want it to be like a cameo fest where motherfuckers are in it just for the sake of being in it. Like, fuck that. But I think like what a great way Last Friday could be to pass the torch.
Yeah.
Right. It could, it could be more than just a capstone on a great series. It could keep the flame lit.
Right.
And, have people involved in this movie that are ready to take that kind of hood good content and continue it kind of like moving forward.
Yeah.
That would be a great moment for that.
And even if you didn't want to pass the torch, like you're giving it away, just light my flame as well. You know what I'm saying? All right,
light my blunt with it.
Light my blunt with it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be included, and just be a part of greatness. Because what he's done already is great.
And Tone mentioned Ice Cube being part of the cloth. Man, I want to say Ice Cube is the cloth.
Yeah, he is the cloth.
He is the cloth.
Absolutely.
As far as what the genre, the feel, the style of comedy we do coming from where we come from.
I wouldn't even know what it was
cloth,
if it wasn't for Friday. I wasn't 96. I wouldn't even know how West Coast comedy.
That's actually really interesting.
I wouldn't know what it looked like. I wouldn't have anything to judge it from. I'm trying to think. I hadn't lived in color.
You've got.
But in Living Color again, the Wayans, those guys from New York, those guys from the other side of the country. Like Friday probably was like one of the first or the biggest West Coast.
We talked about this a few weeks ago.
Really pure West Coast centric product created by DJ Pooh and Ice Cube. You don't get no more West Coast than that. Right. Now, no disrespect to nobody, no other directors from anywhere else, but we got some homegrown talent.
Right.
I love that's
at the helm of that film.
Because again, like we love Coming to America, but nobody on our coast was trying to remake Coming to America,
right?
Or any of these other, like nobody I know was trying to be like Eddie Murphy on the West Coast. I think you're right. I think Friday is like the genesis. It's like the Big Bang.
That's the cloth,
right? And it's like, oh, okay, these characters that I know that dress like this, that talk like this. That bang like this,
right,
and find the humor, in it. And anybody that grew up in LA, hopefully grew up with your head on a swivel to know what was going on, but to find humor in that, like I've been pressed, by wearing the wrong clothes.
Yes.
But then to be like, but there's a joke in there somewhere. Right?
I've been pressed, them niggas iron me out. You get right, nigga, take them shoestrings off.
I was on the RTD with the wrong color shoes on.
Excuse me.
And a gentleman had something to say about that.
Man, sometimes the RTD is like for young niggas. This before you go to YA in the county, RTD is the bus stops.
Tell them for the youngsters that's watching. I don't think you'd be surprised.
Yes, right.
They don't know what RTD. RTD is MTA. It's the bus.
It's the bus.
But back in our days, it was called RTD. Rapid Transit District.
Rapid Transit District.
Rough, tough, and dirty.
Rough,
tough, and dirty.
Richard T. Davis.
Richard T. Davis. Man. Oh man, speaking of Cube, man, we talking about a film that he made in some years after Friday. He expanded and he kept it going. We talking about All About the Benjamins.
Yeah.
All About the Benjamins, starring Ice Cube and Mike Epps and Eva Mendes. This a dope ass cast. We'll get to her. She's such a great addition to some hood shit.
This is the best This is the best role I think or let me just say, I like Eva Mendes in this movie more so than I liked her in anything else. I think she was better in this than she was in Training Day. Okay. I think she was better in this than she was in Hitch. Right? Like, there's a round the way girl quality to her in this movie that really kind of comes across.
Yeah, she pulled it off.
She definitely pulled it off.
Like when you got the black homie, and he got a Mexican or a Spanish girlfriend from the hood. They were from Miami. Yeah. But this could easily be in LA.
Yeah.
And she the girl.
And then she get a Spanish. Then you get a Spanish girl that she fine too. Like, how you get her?
Right. She got it, and she love your dirty drawers. Yeah. Come on, bro. She and I felt the relationship. I believe that's his girl. Yeah. It didn't seem like, oh, this is acting. Yeah. They just put a pretty Latin chick in front of. No. This, I feel like she. But she from here. I think she went to like Hollywood High School or something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she from up here. She used to like this school and go on auditions. That's what I hear. You know what I'm saying? So she a product from out here, man. So
this was her lane. Like there are moments in Hitch where, to me, the acting is a little wobbly. But to me, this is when her stock as far as how fine she was at its highest. Oh yeah, it was at its highest level. She was definitely hood adjacent. She married to Ryan Gosling. Yeah. So she's a winner, that's right? Crazy. Like she's winning, but
he a winner.
She was good. He's a winner. Yeah. But for me, this is. I'm trying to wonder if this is as good as Mike Epps has been. Ooh. This got to be one of like Mike Epps's best performances. I mean, like we get introduced to him as Day, in Next Friday, and Day's funny. But we don't really know how funny he is yet. Like Epps is cooking in this movie. Like he's really fucking funny in terms of just being Mike Epps and doing Mike Epps type shit.
So one thing about Mike is I feel like he has a lot of truth to his acting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not just saying this because you're here, bro. It remind you have that too. Where I feel like when you meet him, you meet
who he actually is.
For example, I play type beer. What's cracking, nigga? I mean, that's a part of me. But like, or even Balvin, Bunningham, Super Blood and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like, and I could do, and those are all extensions of my personality. But typically, I'm mild tempered. I'm cool beside man. I'm just chilling, and everything's love. But I feel like when you meet Mike, I met him. He's so much like. His character, or even his characters are different, but he brings so much of his personality to his characters, and that's why I think he's a star. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I feel the same way about you. And even though we ain't worked that much, I always say that because I promise you, I think you all the time. When I knew that you was, we finally was gonna get Slink on the show, I was excited about it. You definitely gonna come back because I got some other movies I want you to talk about too. Yeah, not just this one, man. But yeah, Mike is the star of the show, which we know. Ice Cube is smart. He knows the recipe for a hit movie, and he knows that a personality and the talent like Mike Epps can carry a whole film, and it did.
Yeah, Cube knows. If you look at Cube's career, Cube knows how to pick a good counterpart. Oh, yes. The vast majority of his movies,
come on, man,
are Cube being Cube and fanning the flame of whoever his powerhouse co-stars is in that particular movie.
And probably, and really, a co-star at that time might not be a powerhouse. He creates 100%. Powerhouses.
Facts.
He knows.
Provides a platform for
exactly. He creates powerhouses, man.
Do you remember how you felt when he wasn't, very true, I agree, where he, when I found out that Smokey wasn't going to be in part 2 of Friday, I was like,
I was
like, what?
I was a little bit deflated, but you can't say, hey, homie, when he came with Mike came and did what he needed to do.
Came and did the exact same thing. Yeah. Came and did the exact same thing.
And it's like
no drop off.
There's no drop off.
They so different.
They say he came and did the exact same thing in terms of delivering. But yet it was dope because Day was not Smokey.
Right. Nowhere near Smokey.
Was not Smokey.
Yeah, it was totally different.
And it was still equally
effective.
Absolutely.
At that point, I didn't. I would have loved to see. I would love to see Smokey and a Day.
Would they have gotten along?
Hell nah. Yes, I think they would have both got on Craig's nerves.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think they would have got on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, Day-Day is just...
They're seeing Day-Day and Smokey in the spinoff movie.
Yeah.
These niggas is...
That was Hollywood Gold missed out on.
Hollywood Gold missed out on, bro.
Yeah.
I think it, but you know what? That probably was missed out on, but hopefully it works out where they all come back.
For last Friday.
That will be absolutely dope.
Yeah.
I like the story. I like the idea that I've seen thrown around about Smokey coming back again. He's changed his life, you know, and maybe DC Young Fly's his son, you know, with the youthful energy and you know that'll be dope, man. I love to see them all come back, man. You know, especially considering losing John Witherspoon, losing Tiny Lister, losing what's the young lady's name? I forget her name. Freddie Jackson.
Freddie Jackson. Janet Jackson. Bless her heart. Rest in peace for sure.
Yeah, man. But
he had a great cast. Come on,
it was fantastic.
And we talking about we can talk about Friday and other movies all day. We got to touch bases on this All About the Benjamins because it's funny as hell as well. So this movie is based in Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
Ice Cube played a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's dope.
What's his name? Bucum?
Bucum. Yeah, bounty hunter. Yup. Bucum and Mike Epps plays Reggie White. Yeah. This a common street thief. You know what I'm saying? This a scammer.
Hustler.
Go in and out of jail, but nothing high stake. All his Mr. Misdemeanor.
Yep.
He's Mr. Misdemeanor.
Mr. Misdemeanor.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So so the movie starts off with Ice Cube once again having to find Reggie White to put him back in jail.
Yeah. Right.
He violated some type of
it says his probation, parole, or something.
Yeah.
House arrest.
House arrest. He fucked it off. Now I gotta go get you in. And they're very familiar with each other. They've known each other for years.
Bucum was always getting them.
Oh yeah, at least 15 times.
Yeah.
Over the last however many years since they was probably younger.
Yep.
Was it bail? Because Bucum, he was a bail bonds bounty hunter for bail bonds. Yeah, so he probably jumped bail or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So whatever the case, when they coming to get you, it don't matter.
That seems like the most dangerous job in the world.
Of course. Miami?
Anywhere to be sure. Like, oh, I go find the people that don't want to be found, the criminals that don't want to get found, that are evading the police is much, and I'm not a police officer. Right? What authority?
How do you, I think as a bounty hunter, you have to have some type of certification that allows you to carry a gun.
But you're not the law.
You're not the law. But you have to you're more than a citizen arrester. Yeah. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You're more than that.
Right.
But I think because you work for the bail bondsman, you have some type of backup maybe? Maybe? I don't know.
But it doesn't seem to be a thing that the regular man respects, right? Like, if the police say, put your hands up, you're like, okay, it's the police, But if the bounty hunter, you still like, who the fuck are you, right?
Matter of fact, my girl is in a room with a shotgun.
With heat.
Shoot this motherfucker.
Right.
Shoot the fuck out of him.
So that's the job that Bucum is doing.
He's somewhere in between.
Yeah. He's somewhere, like, he's not a cop. He's not a private eye.
Right.
He's a bounty hunter. And bounty hunters make their money off of, bodies that they bring in.
Right.
Right. And so for him, he needs to find Reggie.
He got to get paid.
He got to get paid.
Yeah.
He got to get paid.
He got a goldfish fetish.
Yeah.
He got a goldfish
fetish. A tropical fish fetish.
He got a tropical fish fetish.
Yeah. $600 for one fish that died in the car the day he got it.
So he needed to make that collar quick. So
Have you guys ever been like aquarium guys?
No.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I've always been fascinated with fish and aquarium. But once I had kids, fucking fish.
Yeah.
Gotta feed these kids.
I had a fish tank and I was proud of it. It was good. It was a good tank and shit like that. And I bought the wrong fish. And that motherfucker gobbled up every fish that was in the aquarium overnight. Like, literally.
He said, thanks for the
ate them all. And at that point, I had spent so much money. Because like I said, like Bucum, buying the right fish, can cost you some serious bread.
$600.
Yeah. And and if the water ain't right, with
temperature,
man, and that fish gobbled all of them. And that was it. That fish, that tank went green until I moved out of the apartment. and toss the shit in the back.
That's crazy. That's hilarious.
So the fish that ate everything, you didn't decide I'm just gonna keep him and I might as well.
I mean, the thing was that where I was in life, this was money I shouldn't have been spending anyway.
Anyways.
You know what I mean? Like, to your point, like I should have been like buying things that had value, but it was a part of my apartment and I was using my apartment as a way to get ass, right? So this was like,
a little plush crib.
A little come in and a little light, and this is fish, and this is all designed to, to break them down. So at that point, it was just kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't have the money to keep making this mistake.
Figure it out.
Exactly.
Right.
So it was just like, I'm done. I'm done. That was
so Bucum got this fish, and he's chasing down Reggie, and the first time he chased him down, he lost him. He couldn't catch him. But he kept looking for him. He found Reggie. Reggie ran away from Bucum into this off-site suit, this off-site like little closed apartment or this closed mansion or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like a photo shoot being done, but it's really a heist. And he kind of basically hopped into, he's hiding from Bucum. He hopped into this van. He's in the back of the van hiding, but the van takes off.
And got caught up in some high-powered crime
shit.
Diamond shit.
Diamond.
So now he's implicated in a murder, a quadruple murder, and he's implicated in a diamond heist that went wrong.
Yeah.
And the criminals think that he has something to do with the diamonds.
And he got to win a lotto ticket.
So like, there's a lot.
What a scenario for him, right?
Yeah. Now, question is, how realistic is this? You think how realistic is this? I think it's kind of realistic for this. For one, is Miami, all kind of like criminal shit is going on. For two, he's a criminal. What's the shit?
Con man.
He's a con man, but he's a
common criminal.
Common criminal.
Yeah.
Another word. It's like
misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor. He's damn. What's the? I want to get this shit.
Petty criminal.
But it's like it's a tenure. Like, he's a professional.
Yeah, a repeat offender.
He been going to jail since he was in teenage years.
Yeah.
So and he's very familiar with running from the law. That's what he does. So
and he's going to get out and run his mouth.
And his girl plays the numbers all the time.
Yeah.
So the chance that you win the lottery, even though black people don't win the lottery, according to Ice Cube, they won the lottery finally.
And the thing about it is, and this is why the movie makes sense, is because he wins the lottery. He doesn't know he's won the lottery, but he buys a ticket. He puts it in his wallet. He leaves the wallet in the van, and this is why all of our characters have to re-engage with these criminals, right? They have to re-engage with these criminals. He wants to re-engage because he needs to get that wallet back that has the lottery ticket, and Bucum.
He was revenge.
For Bucum, it was they shot it. Bucum is just an angry ass character to begin with, but I think Bucum, for one part, it's like Bucum is trying to. I don't feel as though he's trying to keep the diamonds for himself.
No,
but I feel like he's like, if I can nab this big fish, these guys, this will set me up to
start my own business.
And have my own shit.
Private investigation,
and that's why he's into it. But again, he doesn't work well with the partner, which equals like great hilarity of them like not trusting each other, and kind of going back and forth.
You can't trust a nigga like Reggie.
Yeah. But like Cube is such a good actor in this. Like it feels like by the time we get to like All About the Benjamins, not that there was ever any like rough patches of Cube's acting, but like he's a certified leading man.
It's by the time you get to through the movie, you like him.
Exactly.
Like, okay, like, you see
it's pace for him too.
You see the humanity in him. You know what I mean? He come off, because again, he start off looking like Cube, and at the end he book him.
Yeah, exactly.
And you like, you see the humanity in him, but beyond the rough edges and things, you like Bucum.
Yeah. And I think that's the only time we've seen Cube with cornrows.
That
was he ever cornrows before?
Triple X, was he in cornrows? Triple X?
I don't think that's the only time. I think maybe a couple times in his rap career, he probably rock. I don't know. I never gave that thought.
I never gave that thought because it's such like I remember I noticed it like Cube has cornrows in this movie.
Yeah.
And again, the movie comes out in 2002. Everybody, this Allen Iverson, like everybody was the cornrow era. But I don't I of course I remember the early curl. And I remember the afro. I remember the big afro.
Was he getting braided one time though in the movie High Learning?
Maybe he was getting braided. Yeah, I think that might be it.
I'm almost sure. What nigga gonna have an afro and don't get it braided?
At some point.
Yeah.
Right.
So
more than the movie. More than on the movie.
And that's what's interesting with Q being such a West Coast guy that this movie is set in Miami.
Right.
But again, it works. Like it still works. The city plays, I think, a good backdrop.
Beautiful.
Really good. The movie's shot well. It's paced well.
Yeah.
And like Epps is doing his thing. To your part, Cube at first comes across as like really like grumpy and angry, and then like he and Reggie like kind of start to bond. Like Reggie's got a charm about him that eventually starts to work on Cube, right?
Yeah.
And Cube starts to find him funny, but like Cube got so much trauma that he's always like shitting on Reggie.
Always on guard.
Yeah.
Reggie is a criminal. Reggie is an untrustworthy person.
Yeah. And that's who he hunts for a living.
Right. And so his job is to hunt down the bad guy.
Yeah.
And to that statement, you know, I think that a lot of times in law enforcement, especially when you're dealing with criminals or prisoners or whatever, you know, you can kind of get a liking for a person and see a person as a person. But as a law enforcement, I would imagine that they never forget in the back of their head that, yeah, you funny nigga, but make sure them cuffs stay on your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, like we've seen that shit play out, and like I've seen it in like countless documentaries, which is like, yeah, they criminals, but they still fucking charming.
Right.
And it's still like, and a part of their skill is their skill to disarm you. Not like in the physical sense, not from the gun, but like
find a way to keep you let your guard down.
Relax.
Like how you think they get contraband into the prison. They done charmed a guard, right?
Yes.
Like, they done made a guard
He's a
laugh.
finesser.
Yeah, it's a finesser.
That's what Rick Ross did.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Rick Ross did. They be talking shit about Rose being a correction officer, but Rose was bringing them cell phones and that dope.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Okay.
I like Rick Ross.
Indeed. I used to didn't at the beginning. When I found out he was a CEO, I was like, oh, this nigga's a fraud. But you never know. But I also know niggas I grew up with that are now sheriffs.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
and you know they did
I know this nigga for real.
You know they did some dirties.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just a job, man.
The homie was like, hey, bro, I heard they paying such and such for he said, how much they paying? Like, I ain't been in jail since YA since I was 11. I ain't on a record.
Yeah.
I don't like
to do that shit. It's a hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like these origin stories that we make people have, where it's just like you got to be hard since day one. Right? People find out, man, this one time this nigga went to camp. Can you believe that?
Nigga.
Now he rapping about guns and look, there's pictures of him at camp. Right? Like, listen, man, like everybody don't always come.
Hey, I know a nigga, good ass nigga. He helped my mom with her groceries all the time. All the hood niggas, he didn't gangbang. His whole family did, but he didn't bang at all. He worked at Foot Locker and he worked at the mall, at Crenshaw Mall. And he had a good GPA. He had like a 3.6. And he was selling crack. Yeah. He said, man, his whole family living in the projects.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm the oldest. And we don't got no dad. We don't got nobody. Our uncle got killed. Yeah. My other uncle in jail. He was like, bro, the only way my mom disabled. Only way my mom will ever get live and sleep in the bed in the house is if I make some money. You know what I'm saying? So of course, go to college. Yeah, okay, I'm doing that too, but I ain't got no money for college. So I'm working and I'm going to Southwest College and I'm slanging. He wasn't trying to be no D-boy. He was trying to get some bread.
Them books ain't free.
And I seen him beat the brakes off a nigga for beating his brother up. Beat the whole game banger up. It wasn't even on some gang shit. I'm about to fuck you up this off GP, bro, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You gonna take this fade. You know what I'm saying? He was a savage, but he was just a good dude. Went to school every day and was a good kid. But then he eventually turned into something else. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Now he a G. He not even a gangbanger, but now he just a super G.
And then in our movie,
he a street nigga, like, for sure. But like he didn't. I remember the progression. You know what I'm saying?
Smart street nigga. Especially when you keep your record intact. You keep yourself in a position to be able to elevate. I salute them kind.
Hell yeah. Yep.
And like Reggie's a street guy that can't fight. Like this is like his character.
There's so many of them. There's so many niggas like that.
It's the version of it. Like
he's crazy.
Like he's hitting licks and stuff like that. But it's the call out is like even his girl know baby, you can't fight. You can't, you can all he does is run licks.
Right.
He's got running licks with like old, like, South Florida white chicks, like got them running cons. He's not a bad dude. He's just a con man.
And what I like about with one scene, I like when stories make sense. When stories kind of make you understand why the character is who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He is one line. He says, "I've been on my own since I was 14."
Yep.
Being on your own at 14 in South Central LA and Compton,
Miami,
you know what I'm saying, in Miami,
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, in Harlem. If you're 14 and taking care of yourself at 14
mm-hmm.
in the hood, the chances of you becoming anything positive is going to be slick. It's going to be hard to do.
Yeah.
Because at 14 years old, you're supposed to be getting taken care of. Somebody's supposed to be providing for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you got to provide for yourself at 14, you don't have no job, you don't have no skills, you don't have no.
You got to get it how you
got to get it. And a lot of times it's going to be illegal, and a lot of times you're going to find yourself in jail.
Yeah.
And once you go to jail 1 or 2 or 3 times, now at that point, you got a record and you can't do better.
Right.
It's even harder to get out of that hole.
Out of that cycle.
Out of that cycle.
And that's what Reggie
Reggie was.
He just go from one lick to the next.
He even said it. Reggie, he's not a killer. He's not a violent dude.
Mm-hmm.
He got 22 infractions since he was 14.
Yeah.
But they all thieving shit. He be scamming and
that's what Bucum said.
Trickery.
Yeah, Bucum said and that's how they was shooting in the alley. That ain't him.
Yeah.
That ain't how he operates.
That ain't how he operates.
And he was trying to see like what else was popping.
Right.
But it was good. I mean, like the movie is, you kind of go from all the different scenes of like, Mike Epps being Mike Epps, and they follow the clues, because Bucum knows what he's doing, right? Like, he knows how to surveil. I'm
gonna use y'all as bait. I want to tie y'all to the bedpost.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. And he was like, and this nigga said, "Act like we sleep. Act like we dead." He said, "That's not gonna work, baby. Act like we dead." And they came in. And she.
Yeah.
She was great, bro.
She was fantastic.
And she matched his silliness.
Yes, she did.
She matched his silliness.
Again, it's the best. This is her best performance. Like, when she was talking to him, she was taking the earring off. After Bucum had handcuffed him, and just slyly, coyly, not missing a single beat with the dialogue. She takes the earring off. She picks the lock. She goes, he goes, "You a thug?" She goes, "Who's your bitch?" You know what I mean? Bitch. Yeah, like it was good.
And when they snatched her up, he was like, "No." In his own way, I felt him. Like they got my woman, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I might do a lot of joking, but I got my chick. She been down with me from day one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, she's probably his backbone. Like, he's
been on his own since he was 14. She probably all he got.
Nobody.
He loves her.
He loves her.
And you could tell they was ride or die. At no point in time did she ever act like the lottery ticket was hers, even though those were her numbers, right? So she always kind of felt very inclusive. She's always like, "Baby, I told you to check in. Like, we wouldn't even be in this situation if you would listen to me, if you would just go check in with your probation officer."
Right.
She very ride or die. And then the other girl who had a bit part.
Yeah, Peaches?
Yeah.
His version of Peaches?
His version of Peaches was his ride or die.
Pam.
And she was trying to get put on. So the movie has good balance there. Like our criminals are like universally dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I like in a movie like this, I like my criminal to feel like a smart criminal.
Yeah.
Right? Like, to feel like a challenge. But in some of these movies, the criminals are just kind of dumb. Like, you the boss, but you still kind of dumb. You getting got
$20 million deals and you this stupid. And you letting 2 guys take you down with their girlfriends.
Right? Like, you not just killing them. I don't like, this is cliche, like the long talk or the, just
turn
shoot
your
the
back.
guy. Just, and especially we see this guy pull out his gun, the main villain, he pulls out his gun and shoots homie in the hand just for kind of fucking the deal up.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay.
He cutthroat. He mean business.
He's savage. Yeah.
He's savage.
And then for the rest of the movie, whenever he's got to drop on Cube and Reggie, where it's so easy to just
let them walk out.
Kill them. Right.
He let them walk out.
But that's the part that makes it a movie.
Yeah, because we got to get there. We got to get there.
Come on, man. They got to get there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, movie over 10 minutes. It's done.
Right. So. I just, I love it when like the characters that we're rooting for like truly outsmart.
Yeah.
You know, and I know this is like a comedy. You ever see the movie Fresh?
Maybe once.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Lovely.
with Fresh, like, we feel like our bad guys are true bad guys, and like our main character successfully like outsmarts
because he outsmarts the smart gangsters.
Yeah, that's not what happens here.
No,
right? Like our gangsters are kind of dumb, and our crew is kind of like a motley crew, that somehow kind of get it done. Like the way things survive at the racetrack. That was probably one of my nitpicks. Is like where are the police in Miami? Because these guys have like full on like shootouts,
gun battles,
and there's not a cop in sight.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a like they literally shoot up the horse track. There's nobody there. They've got snipers and shit. Cube drives the car through the front door,
runs over a nigga.
Yeah, it's just like, and there's zero police in sight.
Parked outside. They just changing their clothes, improvise.
Yeah,
and then they putting their clothes in the trunk and they start arguing out in the public in broad daylight.
That's like the A-Team. I don't know if y'all remember the A-Team.
Hell yeah,
They used to have full blown gun battles and nobody getting hit.
Explosions and shit.
Yeah,
helicopters getting exploded over the ocean and shit.
Chrome AKs just going down.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting scratched.
Ain't nobody getting scratched. I used to love the fucking A-Team.
Yeah. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Hey, but I mean that's typical of most TV shows. Mm-hmm. The cops come at the end of all the shit.
Right.
When the house is burning down, they come out and they
coward ass dude.
Yeah. So
that's why I love a movie that like where the bad guys seem to like have an understanding of what the cops protocols are. That's why I like bank robbery movies, right? Because like, you know, when somehow, I don't know how this is possible. I guess this is to your point, like a movie still got to get made. Like they know like the response time, like 42 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you know, that'd be that bullshit.
Yeah.
But like, to me, that's what I like. I like my cop whenever it's cops and robbers, I like it to feel equal.
Like the people getting jacked are not used to getting jacked.
Right.
It's almost impossible. You got to be perfect in your planning to get you know what I'm saying? So when the movie Fresh, he outsmarts all the street grown ass niggas because he takes his time and pays attention. And he drops seeds and he's saying certain things.
Sets a great mousetrap.
Yeah, as opposed to him just like wiggling out of his ropes and like jumping through a window, and they're like, "Howdy, you let him get away?" Like in this movie, he flashed the camera flash. It blinded him for a couple seconds. He ran away and got away. Come on, man.
Who would you guys say is Ice Cube's best collaborator? Like in terms of like he's worked with Chris Tucker, of course. He's worked with Kevin Hart. He's worked with Mike Epps. Has he worked with The Rock? Did Cube and Rock do some shit? I don't know.
No. He worked with Ice-T and what was that movie? Trespass. Yeah.
Who would you say is his best collaborator?
I say Mike Epps, man.
I think it's Mike Epps.
And only because I think him and
we didn't get enough Smokey. We didn't get
enough with Smokey.
But I feel like I think they one and the same, and they're so different, but they're so effective. Smokey and Chris Tucker and Mike Epps. Absolutely. I think they complement each other. Yeah. I would have loved to see them in the movie together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think we sometimes, maybe not the people in this room, but do you think sometimes people forget like what a movie star Ice Cube is?
Absolutely. Absolutely, especially in this time in life we living in, you know, we inundated with entertainment all the time, and it's just, again, we forget, people forget, man. You know what I mean? Ice Cube was dope, man, but you know, again, we talking about all about the Benjamins, 22-year-old movie. You know what I'm saying? And you know, let's be honest, a lot of these kids don't even really know. You know, you 25, 26. Yeah. You don't really know. Right. You probably seen the movie. You probably heard it playing. You sitting up with your auntie, your uncle, your mama, whatever. But you ain't really, you know, I think that's part of it. part of the whole experience too, being able to be alive and being cognizant enough to feel the moment that life was going on. Like, you know, All About the Benjamins, when it came out, we all was old enough and grown enough to see it from a different lens. So, you know, it means something different for us.
It's interesting.
We 45, 47.
Right around
Mike Epps. Mike Epps is a genius, man. Mike Epps is one of the coldest in the game, man. He's a genius,
and his shit is so natural, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Like the way Mike Epps does comedy, like I can visualize it. Like I can see the conversations, right? Like it comes from a real place. Like we did Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins, and he fucking steals the show, you know, there. He's just like, and he's so good. Like he's so good that he crossed over, but like mainstream Hollywood didn't really know what to do with him. Like he was in the Resident Evil movie, you know, like he was in some stuff, and I think like he's just like home cooking. Right? Like, as funny as he is, I don't know if he's ever going to be able to cross over because his comedy, not that he needs to, but his comedy is for us.
It's for you.
Like he was made for us. Yes. And like, not all black comedians can cross over like that. Like Pryor could, right? And Eddie Murphy could, and
Kevin Hart did.
Kevin Hart, Martin Lawrence, you know, Chris Rock is an interesting one because, you know, but like Mike Epps is always, I think, got a home with us. Right. I just think he needs more opportunity.
He's everybody's uncle. He's everybody's cousin or uncle.
Yeah. You know I agree. The other point that I was going to make is that going back to like Cube, and we had this conversation a long time ago. If you take Will Smith out the equation, is Ice Cube the most successful rapper turned actor?
Damn, we talked about this a while ago.
Yeah, and we did this a while ago.
We got a holy trinity: Will Smith, Ice Cube, Ice-T.
And then Queen Latifah. She's like,
right.
You know, she's there.
Don't forget about LL Cool J.
We had that conversation.
We had that
conversation.
LL ain't had a movie in a minute. So again, that go back to what I was saying.
But LL been on what's that on SWAT?
Yeah,
and that's what I was thinking in regards to Ice-T on Law and
That's
Order.
for you, Law and Order. Yeah,
that's big, dog.
Huge. Yeah,
that's big.
Yeah,
like SWAT.
He was the leading man in New Jack City.
That's big.
Yeah, I mean, if I look at like Cube has such variety.
Right.
In the movies he's done.
This nigga plays Doughboy.
Yeah.
Are We There Yet?
But he's
and Barbershop.
He's Anaconda. But he's Three Kings, you know.
I read somebody I had read somewhere that somebody said, you know, or maybe it was a meme I saw that says Ice Cube plays the same person in every movie. And I beg to differ.
Yeah.
I beg to differ, but I think you know, like it's gonna be a lot of similar mannerisms, but he's not the same person. Again, when you go from Boys in the Hood to Are We There Yet, that just show you the spectrum, the wide spectrum that the black man can be, that the black man coming out of LA, the black urbanite. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We can be all that. We don't have to be just thugs and gangsters. We fathers. We shop owners. We're entrepreneurs. We all that. And still got a little bit of thug in you. And I think that Cube encapsulate all that so well. You know what I'm saying? Not to pigeonhole him as a thug, gangster, urban actor, rapper. This dude, he's showing you that the humanity in all of us. You know, you look at these dudes, and they look like street niggas roughly, but you don't know. Like you said, this dude here, he's a 5-star chef. You know what I'm saying? This dude here, he's a doting father. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you don't know.
Whenever I hear shit like that, I always want to ask the people, like, do you know how hard it is to have a 30-year career in Hollywood as a leading fucking man?
Right.
Like, you don't get that for playing the same character every time or being one-dimensional. The man has worked for 30 years.
30 years. Not just in his own project.
And not,
people have wanted to see him on screen.
And not 30 years as the sidekick. Like a good portion of that, he is the leading man.
So
he's the guy. Like you got to give him his respect for that.
And even if he is playing the same character, so what? That character is wanted. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he is. I don't think he is playing the same character.
Not at all.
Think if you got Doughboy from Boys in the Hood, who was also playing what's his name in Barbershop, Calvin. Those two guys ain't the same. Those two guys ain't the same as Fudge in Higher Learning.
Yep.
And his character wasn't even the main character.
Yep.
But his character, his role was so necessary for the show, for the movie.
Yeah.
And so someone like John Singleton, rest in peace, put Ice Cube in there as Fudge, the same guy that played the gangster dude in his first movie. Like, and Fudge, you got those black militant men who ain't gangsters, but they ain't punks either.
Right.
They very similar to the gangster dude, the same energy, the same personality, same persona. He has a strong personality. His Ice Cube's character, his personality is very similar to Samuel Jackson.
But think about
people say Samuel Jackson plays the same character. Yeah. No, but it's that aura he brings to the character.
Aggressiveness. It's that no nonsense
that the character needs. The writer wants a character to be no nonsense, to be militant,
to be really rough,
to be very abrasive potentially, and assertive. So let me get someone who can do that role very well.
You need somebody assertive because pussy don't get nothing but fucked.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? You got to be aggressive sometimes, man.
And you guys know the business. Studios greenlight these films expecting to make money.
Right.
If you don't make money in this business, you don't work. Plain and simple. So for 30 years, studios that have gotten more and more particular about what they greenlight and what they make have trusted these films to Cube, right? And these are the movie making people.
Right.
And so, like, if they know whether we can articulate what it is about Cube as an actor, and I think it's kind of hard to do because he's played a wide variety of characters, but like his range does feel kind of narrow. He can play it, but like his emotion levels, you know, he's not a big emo kind of guy. But whatever it is that he does as an actor, he does very fucking well.
Right.
Like I'm not smart enough to explain I'm not going to thespian out and go, inside the actor studio and go, Cube embodies the sentiment of a man and rugged.
Right.
I'm not going to do that shit. But like whatever it is that he does it well. And there are plenty of actors, black and white, that could even dream of having the career that Cube has had.
And shout out to Cube for creating his own roles in his own lane, and whatever he might have accepted, it always was some cool and becoming of him. I never saw Cube. I've seen him do his comedic takes Friday. You know what I mean? But Cube never do no goofy shit.
Nah.
And I love that about him.
Nothing to make you be like,
he'll never
nothing
do
that's
no
out of character.
Nothing out of character.
Yeah. Shady Promoters even had Janky Promoters. Janky Promoters was probably his weakest situation.
Yeah.
But it was still entertaining.
It was because he stepped out on the limb.
Yeah.
And I like Janky Promoters actually. It was nice to see Cube do that. And again, it's like he's played all these different characters well, man, and it's weird. He brings the same thing to different characters. So maybe when somebody says he plays the same thing all the time,
might not be untrue.
It might not be untrue. It might be said wrong. I think he brings the same thing to different characters.
Right.
He brings the same energy to different characters.
Because the characters I never feel like he's out of character.
No.
He shouldn't be playing this role.
It's the Denzel effect.
Yeah.
Right? Like some people,
strong, engaging characters.
Some actors, like Denzel is not like a Daniel Day-Lewis where he becomes the character. The character becomes Denzel's portrayal of it.
Yes.
Right? So you're going to get Denzel, but this particular version of Denzel is a astronaut or is a police officer or but it's because Denzel can embody that character. That's what you get from Ice Cube. Like, you know, if Ice Cube's going to play a scientist, it's going to be his version of what a scientist is.
Right? So you take these molecules, right? And then, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be that.
Yeah.
He's going to be a hood scientist.
Right.
He's going to be...
That nigga's...
Right, exactly.
But it's gonna be hella authentic, right?
Yeah.
When he does the "Are You There Yet" series, it's like now he's a father, right? But it's still like it's he's still acting and he's still providing variance, right? It isn't just
You know what, Tone? I think that too many people, the masses, are guilty of falling into the idea of stereotypes, because just to have this conversation make me think that apparently, like, it's not out of the scope of imagination for us, but apparently a lot of people have never seen black men be more than what, you know what I'm saying, we stereotype to be.
Yeah.
Some people, like, again, I know black cops that come from the hood, like real cops that be real serious business when they talking to me like, oh, my nigga, what's up? You know, and I've seen some stomp down killer niggas be the most kind and loving fathers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess that, you know, again, I want to give Cube his flowers, man, for bringing other images of us to the world, because if somebody else was left to other people to do it, we'd always...
This would be a different movie. This movie had heart. He got Mike Epps and him. They doubled back and came out and did another movie together. Success.
Yeah.
Funny, action packed. He's a bounty hunter. He's not a cop. So he didn't act like a cop either.
He's outside of LA.
Right.
Like, you know, like he's not reliant on.
And that SS Impala was...
yeah. They was dissing it, but it was dope, though.
Yeah.
It was dope. Yeah, man.
Okay, let's get into some awards real quick, because we almost had time. Who would you say is the MVP?
MVP?
Most valuable part of All About the Benjamins?
I want to say Ice Cube, Bucum, but it's Mike Epps.
It's definitely Reggie, man.
Reggie.
It was definitely Reggie, you know, because, again, Reggie gave Bucum purpose for in that movie, at least. Yes. Reggie gave Bucum purpose. If Bucum didn't have purpose, you know, he'd just be a mad nigga. You know
if you think about it like this, he said, bro, basically, this dude didn't have no friends. He was hanging out with the fish. He was hitting licks with old ass ladies.
Right.
I'm talking about
Mike Epps,
Reggie. And he had a girl that loved him and he loved her. That's all they had.
Yeah.
She was trying to make ends meet. She was like a waitress somewhere at a diner probably, or at a bar doing
But that's all they needed. Like,
Reggie just wanted the homeboy. He wanted to be partners. Like, bro, let's be partners.
Yeah. Reggie seemed happy.
He really wanted to be friends with Cube.
He wanted to be friends.
He really wanted to be friends.
I ain't never gave you no problems, bro, until now, bro. I'm just trying to do my thing, man. Hey, bro, it's $60 million. You help me get this ticket. Don't send me to jail. Give me this ticket, man. I'll give you some of this money if you help me get this ticket back.
And Bucum needed a friend too. Bucum didn't have no friends.
He had
hella angry at the job. The girl is asking him to get down. Put me down.
Nah, I don't work
alone. Yeah.
He don't like people.
Yeah. And so I think that, like, it's Reggie's desire to befriend and partner with Bucum that allows Bucum to, at the end of the movie, like, he's got 4 people in the car. They happy, they smiling, they going to the show or they going to get something to eat.
Double dating.
Yeah, they double dating. They on the boat, and I don't think that happens if Reggie doesn't.
If Reggie didn't charm him into like, hey, bro, don't send me to jail, man. Fuck with me on this. I know I've been fucking up in the past. I know you know me as a fuck up. Hey, I got you.
$60 million in the bag full of diamonds soften my heart.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Really, Tom?
Absolutely. Hey, buddy, my boy. Oh yeah. Who's the LVP? Who's the LVP?
Was the drug dealer's girlfriend. Yeah, she was trash. All she did was shoot the nigga when he wasn't looking. The old nigga, Mr. Barkley. She shot Mr. Barkley when he wasn't looking. And other than that, he didn't respect her. She didn't do shit but get shot in the head at the end of the night.
And she wasn't hot.
She was supposed to be.
She was supposed to be. But they didn't like I'm sure she's a beautiful woman, but like they didn't doll her up the way the they normally doll up the drug dealer's wife. Yeah, like
she probably was on that Kid and I Ed Note. She probably was using all the product.
Yeah, damn, exactly.
Low key.
But yeah, like she's kind of screws everything up. She's not the type piece of this. So I think like she's either the LVP or Homeboy, the light skinned homie. That was photographer.
I like this performance. He kills everything. He's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
I hated him in that movie, so he did a great job because I hated him.
Right,
in that movie.
Julian, Roger, Guinevere, Julian Ramos.
Yeah, he plays. He plays a good a good slime, a good sleaze. Whatever, like wherever he is, he's sleazy, he's untrustworthy, he feels full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen him play anybody upstanding.
It's because he talks like this and I can assure you that.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
But nah, but I think he's and he was supposed to be the big bad wolf, and you're a buster.
He a buster.
Yeah, like, you cowering him when the big homie come around.
Yeah, none of our villains were real villains in this movie.
Even the last guy, he was too emotional.
Yeah, he's again like I like my in movies. I like my tough guys to be tough the whole way through. And what some movies start to do, especially like in these like action comedies, is they start to make the big bad guys slowly just dumber and dumber and dumber. They start off
to have the main character win.
Yeah. They start off here and then like they're like, oh shit, he's a bad motherfucker. And then by the time we get to the movie, like he's kind of like a buffoon.
You see his imperfections. You see beyond the armor. You see the chinks in armor.
Yeah.
And I think I really think they should make the protagonist step his game up. Keep this motherfucking antagonist Bane level, Bane level.
Bane level. Bane level was a
that's the call right there.
A villain that he was ahead of the game all the time.
And a bad motherfucker.
You had to be perfect to be Bane.
You had to win, because
and not for these guys. This nigga threw knocked the diamonds out of his hand. He like, find them, shoot them. I'm like, bro,
this ragtag crew would not have
been able to pull that off.
The whole operation, right? Like the whole operation.
Then they didn't even have a nigga in the van with a computer, like helping them do shit. Right. They didn't even have that. Come on, man.
Okay, so let's give it fists because we got to close it out. On a scale of 5 black fists to 1, how do we rank All About the Benjamins? 5 being an all-time classic, 1 being a black movie that got made. How do you guys rank All About the Benjamins?
All About the Benjamins is a 3.8 for me, almost a 4, almost a 4.
I wasn't cutting no. I wasn't doing no. I was gonna just give it 4. I'm giving it 4.
Okay.
4 good fists up.
We on the same page. I think it's a 4.
Okay.
I think it's a 4. Yeah. It's not, like I said, it's not a classic like Friday.
Or The Wood.
Well, it doesn't reach that level.
Right.
But Epps is funny enough in it.
Yeah.
And them lines are so good, it makes it a 4.
I'll give you one, Tone. It's definitely a 4. If I'm on an airplane and it's on, I'm watching.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it on my flight.
That's a great way to describe it. Where like a 3, I'll be like, well, let me see what else is on.
Yeah.
Right. Like I might, you go through the catalog and be like, let me see what else they got. Yeah.
4.
All right, that's it. Yeah,
that's it, man. All About the Benjamins, man. Thank you, Ice Cube, for giving us another banger. Yeah, man, and this is it, bro. I'm your host, Big Ja, along with my co-host,
Miami Tone.
Yeah, our special guest, the
Slink
legend, Slink Johnson, man.
Slink fucking Johnson.
You'll see him again for sure.
I should have been Tony Montana.
Tony Montana.
That'd have made sense
Miami
for Miami.
Tone.
Yeah.
Miami
yeah. I'll be thinking about that in the car. I'm gonna cry in the car.
Damn. You gonna cry in the car?
Yeah.
That's it, y'all. That's another episode of BlackBusters, the best movie review podcast in the world.
In the world, crap.
Be good. Catch us next time, man. Or be good at it. We out here. Pum to the max.
BlackBusters.